So hello everyone and welcome to Reds to Riches Football Manager 21. It's finally here. We've been a bit delayed getting this out, but this is the intro where we're going to be taking over Alfreton Town. It is a Journeyman Save, so we're going to move on from Alfreton at some point, but where better to start than in the Vanarama National League North, where you've seen me have countless failures in playoffs especially. But this time it's a new year, new season. I've got a plan. Let's hope it works. And we're going to be starting at Alfreton Town. So we've taken over on a £700 a week basis, taking over from previous manager Billy Heath. If we go forward, let's have a look. We're predicted to finish 15th, so mid-table. We play at the Impact Arena, 3,600 capacity. Mark Carroll is my assistant manager at the moment. He's going to be released and replaced with someone else. And Nick Hawkins as the director of football. Upcoming season, we've got the FA Cup and the FA Trophy to deal with, but good training facilities, basic youth facilities, and fairly basic youth recruitment. This is a team I'm planning on playing a free at the back anyway. Good that they already seem to be doing it. Atkinson is one hell of a player I've had a look at. Done a bit of research before starting this save, but Will Atkinson, 31-year-old box-to-box midfielder, is a lot to be excited about. So the current vision for the club is to work within the wage budget, as most places do. Mid-table in the Vanarama National League North, so nothing too exciting. First round of the FA Cup and the FA Trophy, second round minimum. That's when my contract expires. So let's hope that we don't get sacked at the end of that contract, or the contract does not get renewed. We've got all this to do. We don't want an intra-squad friendly. So if we take a little look at the squad, so we've got some decent players, 5-star potential as mentioned. Atkinson, Dan Bradley, Dominic Smith, Josh Claxton, who's a right wing back. I will be looking to add to this squad if we go to the team report. Apparently we're not got many exciting youth prospects, but we have got a star quality central midfielder. There's a lot to be tinkered with and a lot to change, I believe, if we're going to have a look towards the top end of the league. We'll just switch it to all positions. Alex Babos seems to be his best striker at the club. Atkinson, Bradley, Babos plays in midfield as well, so Babos can play anywhere down that midfield three. We're not going to be playing with wingers, so Lee Shaw will be spending most of his time up front, which as a 4.5-star player, he certainly can do. As mentioned, we've got some solid centre-halves, but probably a few I'm going to get rid of. Atkinson's actually his best right-back as well, believe it or not. So he's by far and away the best player in this side. Claxton as well, as we've mentioned, and Nathan Fox isn't bad at left-back either. So plenty of things to do. Now, as it's a rather strange time that we are living in, if we have a look at the schedule, we are going to be playing in the FA Cup second round, qualifying round first in October. So what we shall do is, if I can stop pressing the right click instead of the left, I'm now going to go through, do all of the pre-season, bring in some players, tweak a few things, set some training up, do all those wonderful things that we like to do at the start of Football Manager, see where we come back at, and we will come back just before that FA Cup qualifying round match. Let's see how we get on. So guys, the summer has been played out and we've changed quite a fair bit. Quite unfair, that's probably the same thing. But anyway, first thing to note is Mark Carroll has left the building and has been replaced by a big name. Now, this is the first big name signing we're going to have, and it's going to be to his coaching team. That man is Alan Smith, formerly of Leeds United and Manchester United. I've brought him in, and he's a far better assistant manager than Mark Carroll, and he's on less wages, which is a lovely thing for us. Judging potential ability and potential is very good. Man management, level of discipline, determination, fantastic things. A young man such as myself, 39-year-old, fantastic blonde hair, and he will be joining us after being a player most recently at Notts County and spending a little bit of time out of the game. Now, I'm going to give a quick look at some of the transfers because this is important. Babos, Nicky Walker, Lund, Molyneux, I think, when did we come in? There's not been many. I've been a bit frustrated. I believe his first 11 is better, but I'm not convinced that we've got everybody we wanted to get. But there has been 4 signings. First one, young man, Kai Knight, 6'7", all 6'7" of a left-footed centre-half. He's going to be the left-footed one of my back three. As you can see, a 2-star current ability and a 5-star potential. Why did I take a risk on this man? He can head, he can position, he can tackle. I can teach him the rest. Well, I say he can head, his heading's 4, but he can certainly get to the ball, which is what we're mainly looking for from him. So Kai Knight is the first one in the building. Jake Kenyon, left wing back. Now, this man I'm incredibly excited about. 4-star current ability, 5-star potential. This man's got it all. For this level, this man is top class. And I've seen him, I think I've had him previously as well. He's a top player at this level. And I'm certain he's going to do bits for us down that left-hand side. If we go to the next one. Now, this one's a little bit different. This one's very different. I was not sure about this signing. But Darren Ward has joined. You may notice Darren Ward is 42 years of age. Why have I signed him? He's been at Millwall, Swindon. He's had a long career since starting at Wolves nearly a decade ago. Why have I signed him? Because of his bravery, because of his determination, his leadership, his natural fitness at 16. So although he's 42 years old, he's still a fit man. He's young at heart. He can head, he can mark, he can tackle, he's got everything. He can teach Kai Knight to do the bits that he can't already do. That's the key with him. So Darren Ward joins and will also be starting this first game you will be seeing. We've mentioned Jake Kenyon. And the final one that I've got in so far is Alex Nimley. Now, this man always seems to be knocking about in these lower league days, but I've never really had him. But at 5'11", he looks decent. He's fast. He's agile. Natural fitness again, and he can finish. 11 finishing is not bad. So we're quite excited about him as well. So that's mainly what's happened. There's not been any big departures. I think Kieran Hinchley was the first one I got rid of, just a useless fullback. I'm sorry if you are watching, Kieran. I don't rate you that highly. I know. And Morgan Bruff, maybe, striker. Again, not really my cup of tea, and I think we've got better strikers in line. Kieran Hinchley, I'm not saying you're not a bad footballer. Obviously, you're a far better footballer than I will ever be. But sadly, Kingstonian fans may like you a little bit more than this new manager did. So, bearing all that in mind, we can have a look at the schedule. And the schedule, we started off, we've had quite a decent pre-season. The 2-1 defeat to Harrow were a bit disappointing. The Solihull Moors game were ridiculous. We won 5-4. Alex Babos can score goals. And Boreham Wood was the big game. I played Boreham Wood, they're in the league above us. I played them in a pre-season friendly. And that was the real test. I played with full strength side. I played it as though it was going to be a league game. We beat them 1-0 with a Will Atkinson goal. Will Atkinson is a very good player. So, as we get into the team selection, this is how we're going to be playing. Now, we've got three tactical setups. We have got a fluid counter-attacking, which is a 5-5-3-2. I've got to learn how to talk today. I've got a 5-3-2, flat three across the midfield, 2 up top, counter-attacking for when we are playing the better sides away from home. This formation, a custom tick attacker. I've dropped it back from a much higher line of engagement because Darren Ward can't run. But apart from that, if we're a better side, like we expect to be against Redditch today, this should be the formation that we are looking to use. We've also got a panic. We're in a mess formation, which is a custom vertical tick attacker. We basically just go that way as fast as we possibly can with the ball on the floor, though. And we push an extra man up front. Right, I've never played this front three together, so we'll introduce you to our first team as Alfreton manager. It will be in goal, George Willis, young man formerly of Sheffield United. Decent goalkeeper, not the biggest, 5'11", that puts me off a little bit, but certainly a very good goalkeeper. It will be Dominic Smith playing as the right centre half today. Can play at right back as well, so it makes sense to be on the right hand side of that back three. Darren Ward, we've just met. Solid old head at the middle of heart of my back three. Excited about this signing. As long as we don't get him behind, they don't get him behind, we are okay. Kai Knight is the next man. Young man, we've just seen him as a signing. We'll not go over him again. Jake Kenyon, we've seen him. Joshy Clackstone, cracking player, 5'7", full-back or wing-back, acceleration, pace, marking, work rate, got it all. We like this man and potential to be a bit better than that in the future also. We then go into the midfield. Now, this is the problem area. We have no cover in midfield. No cover at all. But, as we can see, Dan Bradley wants to be a box-to-box midfielder. He's not. He's going to play as a deep-line playmaker because he can pass. Yeah, we know what we're doing here. He can pass. Beautiful stuff. So, then we go on to Will Atkinson. This man, absolute quality. My hopes and dreams pin on Will Atkinson being good for us this year, which I am sure he will be. Then we're going to play this now. This is really interesting. Babos was electric in pre-season. He's going to be playing there. He's going to be playing as the attacking midfielder today. 5'9", scores goals. Alex Babos scores goals. We then go into Lee Shaw, can play on the right, but he's obviously going to be playing up front since we're playing with no wingers. This man has got a little bit as well. A few nice stats there, determination, a bit of flair and a bit of off the ball, which we like to see. Before Alex Nimle, which I'm hoping he's going to be a good sign. I'm paying a lot of money for this man on £375 a week, and I hope he's going to repay me somewhat. Let's hope he does. So that's the team selection. We will submit our first ever team. There's a few that are severely lacking match fitness. It's very difficult this pre-season. I'm sure if you've played the game yourself, it is very difficult with this long pre-season. Hopefully, though, we should have enough to beat Redditch today. That is the key, what we're all hoping for. Now, I've just got to make sure that I've got it on key highlights because that is important. Excuse me. Not many people I recognise from their side, so we'll just get in there. We're going to pump us fists. We're going to say we are favourites, give the fans something to cheer for. That has absolutely not worked. And now, if we go to all that and we put settings on and key highlights, and oh my word, I've already done it. We are set up, we are ready to go. And let's see how we get on in our first game as Alfreton manager. I have tried something very different with defending corners. I've got everybody man marking. I've got my big men marking the tall players. And I've got everybody else man marking. So let's hope that that pays off. But Darren Ward wins a nice tackle there. And it's into Jake Kenyon, who will collect that. And now has a chance to cross. He does cross. It's into Atkinson. Flicks it on. Babos. Good header. And I think we are playing in slow motion, which is lovely to see. But now we're playing in... Oh, my word. And they're in behind. And fortunately, George Willis has to make the save. But that is an area... That is an area that we may be able to be exploited, should I say. Because if teams knock it in behind us, we are going to cause problems. And after that, I am tempted to just drop. Like I say, it's early stages. You could count this possibly as an extension of pre-season, but we really need to win this game. The FA Cup is a big money spinner for teams at our level, and we don't want to kick off with a boring 0-0 against Redditch. Boring 0-0 against Norwich. I'd have took that. Right, it's back to Knight. Anyway, Knight plays it into Kenyon and we'll go again here. It's into Bradley. Babos, nice football. Shaw, and what a goal that is. Lee Shaw, he's our striker. He's our number 9. And he's hit that well, I've got to say. Kenyon again, nice little touch on this side, passes into Bradley, little knock into Babos to Shaw, and Shaw just pirouetted. You've got to say that the Redditch defenders are not doing their job to the best of their abilities there. Give this man space, and to be fair, at this level, pre-season has taught me, we have got some players up front. And 1-0 at half-time, we cannot be too upset with that. We will have some outstretched arms and say, I'm happy with that, boys. Keep at it. Dominic Smith, I'll tell you one thing I have noticed during pre-season. This may bore you. But I'll do it after this highlight, which they really should have scored from. I've noticed that whoever plays on the right-hand side of our back three is hopeless. I don't think we've ever got above a 6.5 there. And that's quite concerning, really. As we're going to try and play out from the back here with George Willis, as Kai Knight picks it up. Back to Willis, and Willis, it's not exactly playing out from the back, but Shaw is in, and Shaw lashes it home. Lee Shaw scores goals, and there it is, 2-0. It should be nice and comfortable as we go into the next round. I'm excited about this. Now, what I forgot to mention while we're watching this lovely highlight, and I'm full of energy today, what I forgot to mention is, we are going to be doing a little bit different. We might try videos like this again, where we do one game every episode, but we also might be doing... We're going to be streaming on Twitch more. That is the most important thing. Now, I haven't got a schedule set up yet for Twitch. I normally do YouTube Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays. I haven't got the full schedule set up for Twitch yet, so I've got to work on that over this weekend. I don't know what on earth's gone on there with George Willis, but Dominic Smith has done very well. So tonight is going to be the first stream, so this will be coming out in maybe an hour's time. We're going to be streaming tonight. Get yourselves over to Twitch. We do have a cracking time over there. We're steadily growing. We've just hit 50 followers. We've just hit affiliates even. Affiliate, whatever you want to call it. So we've just hit that. It's exciting times. We're trying to build something. And, you know, just have a chat, because it's crap now, isn't it? You know, it's dark, lockdown, tier systems. We don't want to talk about all that. We'll have a talk about football. We'll talk about how brilliant my 42-year-old centre-half is at winning tackles like that. and we'll just have a chill and maybe a few beers if it's a night time, or maybe if it's an afternoon, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? So that is just something to mention. Twitch.com/Loveblade. Get your sends on that as well. Right then, if I'm going to take a breath for a moment, Albrighton shoots, and this is a post. To be fair to Redditch, you'd have to say that they have given a good account of themselves today, and they can be happy with their day's work, absolutely. But Kai Knight, for some reason, is taking this, and he's pinged it. Show's going to pick this up. Crossed in, Kenyon. I mean, surely. I like the shape of the side. I'm going to drop that back constantly now, that line of defence. Oh, for goodness sake. My concern is a better side would have punished us. Definitely punished us for what we have seen today. We've not been... I mean, you look at the stats. Expected goals, we should have lost this comfortably. The difference has been that Lee Shaw, when getting a chance at goal, has finished it. And much to ponder, I feel, before this first league game of the season. I'm going to say well done. I'm going to say well done because I think that's fair. We've obviously won the first game of the season, which is impressive in itself. It's important to get off the mark. We play Southport away first and foremost in the first league game of the season. We will be going to a much more defensive formation for that, and hopefully be able to hit somebody on the break. So I'm going to stop talking because I feel like I've talked a hell of a lot through this. If you have enjoyed that, I'm going to say that thing that every YouTuber says. Please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Basically, we started a new game fresh here. Football Manager 20 was the first time we did any videos. Now we're on Football Manager 21. I know what I'm doing a little bit more, and we're doing a lot more Twitch. So thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you later on Twitch. You never know. See you later.